Directed by John Krasinski, his third film. He's made a couple other ones nobody really knows about. This is his first major debut into film, into cinema. And he's in the movie with his wife, Emily Blunt.
And all of their children.
Yeah, that's actually all their real kids.
Yeah.
It's getting like 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. Everyone's saying it's fucking terrifying, it's brilliant, it's unique, it's crazy. And I personally don't really agree that much. The overall concept, the overall structure of the movie is really unique, I think. The whole not fucking talking during a movie, during a horror movie, is really hard to pull off. And I think for the most part, this movie does pull that off, especially in the first half of this movie. The first half of this movie is superb. The pacing, the slow burn, it's great. I loved pretty much every second of the first half. Unfortunately for me, the second half just didn't have that payoff.
Whoever was in charge of Dunkirk's sound and the amazing tension that it created just with sound, that whole entire movie, if they were in charge of that in this movie, then I think this could have been one of the most terrifying movies of the year.
If you take it as it is, it's a very surface level movie. The characters don't really progress anywhere. The writing, I mean, it's pretty much a mute film, so there isn't that much writing.
This is a very easy movie to write.
Yeah, it's a very easy movie to write because there really isn't anything
to write. It's like a Sunday afternoon at a coffee shop. Let's meet up and write a movie.
Yeah.
Done.
The cinematography was good, but nothing amazing. Got the job done. The monsters looked good enough, not shitty CGI, but not amazing. You know, it's good. There's only so much you can do with the concept it had. It didn't flesh out enough as it should have been. It just kind of recycled the same kind of scares, I guess.
The jump scares in this movie, it didn't build them up to be scary or jumpy in any way because that's where the sound comes into play. This movie is very quiet. You can't build up a jump scare very well when you have no musical tension. Like, this movie was promoted as a horror film and thriller, at least a thriller, but it was neither of those things. It was just kind of a movie. It wasn't scary either. It was just, it's very hard to put this movie in a section on a movie case because it's very hard to pinpoint what it is. That being said, I still enjoyed it. I think the directing was above average. I think John Krasinski did a good job at his first feature-length full film.
The ending was really stupid. I fucking actually hated this ending.
It wasn't the ending so much as literally the last shot of the film for me. Like, one more shot, let that play out, one more shot, and then end it. Then it could have been so much better, but the way they ended it was just silly. Like, I feel like John Krasinski was like, oh, let's do it, it's gonna be cool. It was like, John, don't do that, bro. You're Jim Halper. Go back to your desk, talk to Dwight, come up with a good ending, bro. At the beginning of this film, the first 10 minutes, there's something that happens. You're like, oh, shit. Wow, okay. Strap yourselves in. But that's the last moment where you tell yourself to strap yourself in because at that point, they don't really take any more risks. Even though there were several moments where they could have taken risks and they could have made this movie crazy. This movie could have been so much better if they would have contacted us. It would have been so much fucking better.
We're frame rate.
Yeah, call us on our cells, 911. Come on, we're there.
Let's get to the fucking ratings!
I'll give this movie a 7.5. Although it was lacking in areas, it was still much better for me to enjoy, and as a movie, it was just better in all of those aspects than several movies we've seen this year. Ready Player One, billion dollar budget, but this movie was just better, and it had a director who's done like 2 small things. Like, everything was just smaller, and it was better than Ready Player One, in my opinion. And that speaks on several volumes, I think, that this movie wouldn't hear because it's so quiet. This movie could have been great, amazing. It could have been a fantastic time. I will buy this movie. I'll buy it. I'll say it. I'll buy it. I wouldn't call it a passion project for John Krasinski, but I could see several points in the movie where it was like a director, had his input, had his vision, he did it. Little things like cinematography, just a couple of shots really make a difference in a movie for me, and I enjoy that.
I am giving this a 6.5 out of 10, okay? I thought this was an average. The potential to be a good movie, even though these are completely different genres, I have the same problem with this movie that I had with Annihilation. Really awesome concept, really cool. Everything about it objectively is good. It just needed more time to flesh out the ideas or to just shorten it into a short film. It's just lacking that extra kind of polish I wanted this movie to have. Emily Blunt, John, everyone's great except the death chick. I think she was a little bit but she still did a fine job even though her character was kind of shit.
Yeah, fuck her.
Let's not make the whole second half of the movie completely avoidable by stupid decisions. Okay, yeah. I think most people really enjoyed this movie. I'm curious to see what you guys thought. Please let us know, even though nobody talks to us because we have no friends. No subscribers.
That's true.
We have nothing.
It's always quiet here. It's basically a quiet place.
Yeah, we just live here.
Here.
Sometimes I go on my phone, I see that nobody talks to us. I cut pieces of my scrotum. They grow back. Till next time, okay?
Bye. Subscribe, maybe.
Soft balls. I got a piece of hair on my clothes. Gonna slurp it. Gonna fuck it.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Yeah, fuck it.